Alright. So today, I'll post it on screen. We have your name.
KeyDoll.
All right, KeyDoll. I've been knowing you for a while myself, and the reason I brought you on to the interview per se is just because of the nature of your hustle.
Okay.
And just seeing things, and I feel like your fans and the people that's interested in your hustle, they would value being able to get some more insight into your life and what the reason you do some of the things you do.
Okay.
Right. So, originally, where are you from?
Originally I'm from Milledgeville, Georgia.
Okay. How do you feel about your hometown?
I love my hometown. I can say that I've learned a lot. When I say that, it's basically I don't know how to explain this. I kind of got two hometowns. So with Milledgeville, I was here when I was younger, and then I moved to Sparta. So when I relocated to Sparta, that's where a lot of the different diversity came in it, because I wasn't from there. So I like to say Milledgeville raised me, but I like to say Sparta made me, because that's where I feel like I accumulated the hustle, the talent, the perseverance through. That's how Hustle Over Hate was really created. Like, just everything I had went through down there. So with my hometown, I can just say like everything was always smooth sailing. Like, but with Sparta, that's why I had most of my challenges at. So yeah.
So, to explain to someone who hasn't seen you or heard your music or have done business with you, how would you explain what you do?
Overall, I like to just say like I'm a CEO. That's because if I say that I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself an artist, CEO, hustler. Me personally, I feel like I don't like to just be known for doing hair. I do hair. I sell hair. I do. I got a boutique. But CEO just wraps up everything all in one, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much why my rap name is KeyDollCeo, because I want people to know like I'm not just a rapper. I'm not just an artist. Like, I'm actually a boss. I actually came in rapping with motion already.
So, in the lane of music, when we're speaking,
Okay.
what inspires you to pursue music in general? Like, what inspires you to do music?
I think it's a positive outlet for me. I'm very opinionated. I don't bite my tongue. So I feel like sometimes, especially as a business owner, because I'm very serious about my business, I have to be careful on how I speak on certain things. I have different approaches, but with music, like, you can't tell me what to say. You can't tell me what to do. I feel like that was the safest way for me to actually just say what I wanted to say and not be judged or criticized for it.
Yeah, I understand. Music is a big outlet. It's a very big outlet. It's a good way to show your emotions and get people to know what you're feeling.
Right.
So, who were some of your biggest musical influences growing up?
T.I., Gucci Man, Trina. Who else is from back then? Just growing. I can actually say, like, it's crazy because I looked up to a lot of men in the music industry, like Young Dolph. He was somebody that I actually like kind of studied, and he inspired me to be like self-made, independent, stuff of that nature. And basically, I guess because he started out as a barber. So he started out as a barber and he ended up, investing into music. So I really like the way he went about doing things. Long live Dolph. But yeah, that's one of my favorite artists. And it's a lot of local artists I actually like look up to. I'm always shout out Harper Forever, Obama, Booby, Draco. It's so many to name. Female artists. I love some kosher, East Kosher. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we're speaking on artists, what would you tell the next upcoming inspiring female artist, what would you tell her? What is two of the most important things you could tell her?
For one, I would say image. I feel like it's all how you come in the game. You got some women that come in and, everything just about sex. And you got some women that come in, they got different things they want to talk about and speak on. So I will say your image, how you want to be looked at, how you want to be perceived as an artist. Like, because when you get out here, people they're going to try you. So you got to know how you represent yourself and how other people are going to perceive you. So I always keep your image in check. And another thing I always say, I always have a hustle. I always have something else outside of just music.
Yeah, you make a great point there. Now, let's move on to your creative processes.
Okay.
Right? What is your process for writing songs? Do you start with lyrics first, the melody, or is it all just mostly a vibe most of the time?
I listen to a beat, and then I kind of just go from there. But yeah, I definitely write. I'm old school. I like write my stuff on pen and paper. To me, I feel like that just brings it to life. So yeah, I would say I just kind of go with the flow of it. Or if I'm feeling some type of way, I'm fine. It just all gotta flow. However I'm feeling, to the beat, to how I write.
Gotcha. So, where do you feel like you draw your musical inspiration from?
I would say Glorilla. I've been watching her journey for a little minute, and I feel like musically, I love her story. I see the way that she put her other friends on that are also rappers and stuff like that. But what I noticed was a lot of them girls are business owners. So she opened up their door not only for music, but for them ladies to actually get their business thriving. So that's something that I really love about her.
Okay. She gets the crowd going too.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
She really do. She has a lot of capture in her performances. How do you handle a creative block?
I feel like I just kind of, I'll leave it alone and I'll come back to it because I don't want it. I want it to feel natural. I don't want it to feel forced. So if I write a song and I'm like, okay, well, I don't feel like I want to write another song, or it hasn't came to me, I'm not gonna drop it. Everything that I feel like I honestly went in and did and dropped, I'm not gonna waste no time because I'm not a rapper. So it's like when I come in, I'm not my producers, I got respect for everybody's time. When I come in, I feel like I'm going in to make a hit. And that's exactly how I felt when I wrote FNGM. I knew like, I'm going in, I'm writing a hit.
Okay. And I've seen you've been doing a lot with that song. You've been doing performances, a lot of interactions with that song. What's been your most memorable performance and why?
I would personally say the one that actually kind of stood out the most out of every performance I did was when I opened up for Rocco at the Making Arts Center. So I opened up for Rocco about 3 weeks ago. But right before that, I got booked to open up for Mike Clark, Trina, and then Rocco was totally unexpected. So most of those shows that I just named with these artists, like I only had like 24 hours to kind of get ready. So being that a lot of people don't even know, like they don't believe I only been rapping like 6 months. Like I started this year. So performance wise, like a wise man told me, shout out to Chigster. He did tell me, he was like, anybody can rap, but you got to know how to perform. So I took that with me, and I always felt like when I had the opportunity to perform, I need to make sure that it's my best. And I noticed that just doing those 3 shows, and all of them was honestly like within the same month. I noticed that when I opened up for Rocco, like the energy was there, the crowd. I mean, these people love me. They actually like, are you performing tonight? I'm going places. They telling me like, we got your performing, we got your music saying in my phone. I haven't even dropped it. So for people to be coming up to me telling me like, are you gonna open up for this person or are you performing tonight? That meant a lot to me. So I knew I had to take it seriously.
Yeah. It's good to take it serious. Now, you really didn't have too much time to prep for your performances, but a question that I do have is, how do you prepare for a live show? What is some of your rituals that you do? Is it going out with the girls? Is it having a few drinks? Is it putting something in the air? Or is it making a couple sales, making some money? What gets you where you need to be at to prepare for a live show?
Honestly, because like I say, most of these shows I knew in 24 hours or less. I was always at work. I was always at the shop, whether it's doing hair, making clothes, whatever I was doing, like the full business day, I'm hustling. And then next thing you know, it's like, boom, okay, shop closed, I'm done. And it's like, I put myself last a lot. I put my business first so many times. So a lot of time people don't even get to see me. Like, I break down before I even go to perform anywhere. I'm probably sure I done had like so many meltdowns. Like, I should have been had myself together. I should have put myself first. I'm so hard on myself because I'm so last minute. But by the grace of God, everything always just work out. And like, people just don't see that part of me. They don't see that I actually put myself dead last. So even with these shows, even if I knew 24 hours ago, I can't just say, hey, I ain't gonna open up the shop, that ain't finna work. I still got to handle my business first and do my obligation. Then I got to make it make sense. So most of the time, yeah, I had 24-hour notice, but I really only had like 3 hours to really pull it off. Every show that y'all ever seen, none of it was ever really, really, like expected. Rocco, I had no idea I was gonna perform.
Okay. Now, a couple just insights into your music.
Okay.
If someone who has never heard any of it,
Okay.
how could you describe your music to that person?
Like compared to another artist wise?
Oh no, it's just
Okay.
you telling your homegirl, girl, listen to this right here sounds. How would you do it? How would you say that to them about your music?
Typically, I just tell my girls, I'm like, yeah. Or, matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, people so fascinated by me, they already be asking me. I don't have time to even be like, hey, go check out my music for real. Folks be like, oh, you rap? I heard you rap, or stuff like that. So it's already like a buzz. So it's pretty much like people might say, when you gonna drop another song, or how can I find your music? So really and truly, like, I already be having people asking about it.
Gotcha. And what do you think sets your music apart from other people?
I do feel like my music gets set apart from other people because, like I said, people have known me pretty much for being a hustler my whole life, being a boss. So coming out just rapping blew everybody's mind for one. What else? I feel like I'm not a real rapper, so I don't have time to go in and lie. Like, everything that you truly hear me rap about and stuff like that, for the most part, like, that's something that I've been through. So I really feel like people actually fascinated to kind of hear the story. They're like, dang, girl, you was going, especially on FNGM, like, everybody like, dang, you going in, but it's like, it's relatable, it's making sense, like, yeah, stuff like that. So
Okay. And so you see a lot of the media. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere. We can't avoid it. Mm-hmm. You see a lot of stuff that's going on. You see a lot of the images that get pushed. What is your perspective currently on the music and social industry?
Honestly, it's a lot of people that can rap. It's a lot of talent that's out here. But I honestly do feel like you got to figure out what's trending. you got to give the people what they want. So sometimes as artists, and whether that's music, hair, nail, I don't care what you do, you're an artist at it, right? So sometimes we think like this what we gonna do, this how we gonna put it out and stuff like that. But people sometimes already telling you what they want. So I kind of feel like that's something that I see a lot with the music industry. People aren't really giving the people what they want. You can't just because it's good, you sound good to you or something that you like, that might not be the right fit for your audience. So with me, I haven't even like dropped my EP yet. That's something that we're working on for 2025. But I can say with my first EP, that's why I wasn't in a rush. Honestly, I've been done with my EP. I kind of came in. I started, I think, rapping for real in maybe February, March. But I was already done with my EP. I want to say in like September, October. So I'm gonna use that as my first project to kind of see what my listeners really like. I don't have like everybody that say, "Oh, we just stuck on FNGM. That's the only song we like." No, I really got people that can tell me a song that they love off of everything that I played. So that kind of make me feel good because I don't want to just be able to make one song and people just like it. I want you to be able to enjoy my music.
Gotcha. Now, with that being said, you letting us know that you have an EP coming.
Yes.
And we don't know the name of the tracks yet, which is a given, but what do you think we need to be looking for coming off of that project and why? What's that one that's gonna tear our head off every time?
FNGM is like the highlight. That's the one everybody love. I got two features. I got two features on there. And I gotta say, everybody going crazy about FNGM. Like, that's the one. But I got some people that ain't even their favorite one. Like, they love clout. I got one where I did a little singing. And no, I can't sing for real, but I just want to go in. I want to do something different. And that's the one I actually like. I feel like it's something different for me. I stepped out of my comfort zone. And I kind of just pretty much was just kind of telling people like, I don't ever want people to see my growth and how I kind of move around and get into different things. I don't want people to feel like, hey, she just all over the place. No, it's not that. It's you have to know how to pivot at certain points in your life, at certain points in your career. It's crazy. I've been doing hell for years, and I kid you not. Like, it's like when I started rapping, my music took over everything that I was doing. So it was kind of hard for me to accept because I'm like, dang, I've been working so hard in this area for so long, and then I dropped this song, and I'm getting so much attention and so much positive feedback and love from me. It just made me feel like, do I need to rethink what direction I'm moving in? So it kind of opened up my eyes to a different version of myself that I didn't even know I was ready to accept. Because I'm like, I don't like to step on toes, so to speak. So I didn't want people to be like, where she come from rapping? And it was just a lot that was in my head. And I didn't feel like I was going to get the respect from it. But it just like, everybody gave me my respect.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
It really don't matter what other folks think about it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
Did you collaborate with anyone on this project?
Yes, I did. I did a couple collaborations.
And how do you feel about features and collaborations?
I like them. I would love to do some more features. Definitely be able to tap in with other artists, and I just want to keep getting out my comfort zone.
Well, what do they need to do? What do they need to do to tap in to get that feature?
Just book me. That's it. It's just that simple.
Sounds good. Were there any challenges or surprises that you ran into during this EP?
No.
No challenge. Sometimes things like that. That's good. Sometimes it's like that. It's good. Well, outside of music,
okay,
right? But we know you have a business,
right?
How would you explain your business?
A one-stop shop. Make you look good, feel good. yeah, I just want everybody. So my brand, I got 2 brands, Dollhouse, that's my store, and then Hustle Over Hate, that's me and my son brand. I basically I'm just real big on making people just feel good. I want them to I didn't want to be, I want to be for the people. You know what I'm saying? Even with Dollhouse, like it does great, but Hustle Over Hate, it everybody loves that. Like it's one of a kind. It's $1 million house. So it's like one of a kind with Hustle Over Hate. So that took a whole nother direction because with that brand, I mean, I'm catering to men, I'm catering to kids. I'm doing a lot with that brand. So just juggling everything, it gets very overwhelming because even though it seems like it's just one business, it's like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business is something in its own right. It is. It's something in its own right. And let's just give some people an insight. What made you start your business? What are some milestones you believe that that give us a little bit of a timeline to an extent?
Okay, so I was playing around with hair a little bit. Like I say, in Sparta growing up, we didn't have too much to do down there. So I would like braid some of my friends' hair, stuff like that, make some quick money. That's how I was kind of doing things. And then at the same time, like I can remember just going through a lot and being bullied a lot. So I didn't want to keep crashing out and getting in trouble. So I started like writing. So I used to write in middle school. Okay. So I would write songs and anytime we had a talent show, I just get on the stage and just go crazy. So, back then that's kind of like, it's a lot of things that I was going through, like with bullying, and I feel like depression, and it was just so much. So I always tried to find like positive outlets. And I used to always say all the time, like so many people just be hating on you, they don't know you. I feel like I'm somebody. I feel like God gonna make me just be this person who just, I don't know, I just felt like I was gonna be the it girl. I truly felt that way because I was like, ain't no reason that as nice as I am, I give you the shirt off my back. And I was like, it's no reason that people should be hating me so much or stuff like that. So, I battled that for years. And my mom used to tell me, like, she's like, if you don't get in trouble or if you don't get in no fights at school today, I'll buy you some new shoes or something like that. So she used to bribe me with staying out of trouble. So I was like, okay, let me start trying to do things to make money. And once I started like hustling, because I used to actually, before I even took hair or anything serious like that, I was gambling. Like I was playing taunt. I literally learned a lot from guys. And I say that because with women, I probably had the same few little friends my whole life. I always kind of hung around the same group of girls. Men, I always kind of felt like they just kept it real. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real with you. Men kept it real with me. You pretty, you smart, you don't ever have to lay on your back. You know what I'm saying? To get to where you want to go in life. Like they put tools in my face. So I remember somebody taught me how to play cards, and from that I was making money. I was saving my money in a little shoebox. I could help my mama with bills. I'm talking about just being a young girl. Like that just stuff that I would do. So I took everything that I went through and I was like, you know what? I want my own business so that I can create the standard for what I feel like for people who just want to be themselves. Like, I'm not going to come in here and be who you want me to be. I feel like you should be yourself. So that's why it's a dollhouse, and that's why my name is KeyDoll, because I feel like dolls are plastic. They're fake. They're made to a certain image. But a KeyDoll, you whoever you say you are. In my eyes, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Now, what are some things, if you had the opportunity to tell your younger self, what are some things you would tell your younger self?
To love myself. I would definitely say to love myself, and I say that because it took me to go through a lot to actually start truly loving myself. And like I say, growing up, when you got a lot going on, you being bullied, you dealing with all these different things in your head, is like, just because you pretty, you know what I'm saying? People think you don't go through stuff. just because people feel like you spoil or you wear nice clothes or you drive nice cars or whatever the case may be, like you don't know what that person is going through mentally. So I just feel like you gotta love yourself. You gotta know who you are. Like you have to, because if I would have let bullying, if I would have let hate, if I would have let anything that people had to say about me stop me, I wouldn't. You know how many doors I done open for people? Like, hey, I done opened some doors up for people. So I thank God that I had the strength to keep going. So that's why I push hustle over hate more than anything, because I don't everybody got haters, sure enough, but I put my hustle over my haters. I didn't let nothing stop me.
Good. And I do have one final question for you, because we're going to get ready to start closing out.
Okay.
What is your goal? At the end of the day, what is your goal?
I would say that my goal is to be successful. And when I say successful, I don't just mean with money. I mean with my son, with relationship, with friends, family. I want to be successful all the way around. I want to leave a legacy behind for my child. I want to be able to, for all the girls, or it don't matter, girls, guys, it don't matter, whoever out here having a hard time getting turned down, life just hard for them. Like, I want to be that person that open up my door to say, hey, come in, I'm gonna give you a shot. So that's why I was very genuine in opening up my doors to my shop, letting a lot of people come through, because I know how I feel to be counted out. I know how I feel to be overlooked. So ultimately, I want my brand, I want my business, I want everything that I stood for. I just want it to everything. I want everything to pay off and just be successful. That's it.
And that's beautiful. Well, we thank you so much for being on screen today. We look forward to speaking with you again, and we wish you the best of luck in your career.
Thank you.
So, is there any closing words that you have for your audience?
Only thing I got to say is, just put the hustle over the hate. Don't ever let nobody stop y'all. Don't ever let people make y'all feel like y'all not good enough. If you rap, put your music out there. If you sing, whatever your talent is, put yourself out there, because if one or two people don't like it, your friends, your family, that people don't support you, it's a whole world out here that's willing to support you. All you got to do is put it in their face and do the work. Everything gonna work itself out. That's it.
Well said, well said. Well, we posted with the Wyzrd, on screen with KeyDoll, and y'all have a good one.